let's talk about something I'm willing to bet you've felt. That feeling that no matter how much you accomplish, it's never quite enough. It's this strange, frustrating illusion of arrival.
I mean, think about it. You got the thing. You hit the target, you achieved the goal you set out for. So, why is there still this nagging feeling that something's missing? And why does every win, big or small, feel so temporary? You know, it's like this quick sugar high and then it's just gone.
And here's the real kicker. Why is it that no matter how far you've come, no matter what's in your rearview mirror, it never actually feels like you've done enough? Let's really get into that.
So first, let's just name the experience. Let's talk about these hollow victories.
You know the drill. You work hard for something, you finally get it, and for a second, yeah, it feels really good. There's this rush. But almost as quickly as it shows up, it starts to fade.
And what happens next? Your brain immediately starts moving the goalposts. It starts telling you that same old story. Okay, just one more step, just a little further, then I'll finally feel satisfied.
But here's the frustrating truth. That deep, lasting satisfaction, it never really arrives, does it? The finish line just keeps moving. So, what is going on here?
Well, this brings us to the core of it. And you should know, this isn't some personal flaw. It's not that you're broken. It's more like you've been programmed. You've been trained to chase.
See, the reason that feeling of satisfaction never sticks around is you were never actually trained to feel fulfillment. That was never part of the curriculum.
Instead, you were trained to do something else. You were trained to just keep chasing. The chase itself became the whole point, not actually getting anywhere.
And this is the core miswiring that happens inside our heads. We've been taught to believe that achievement equals fulfillment, but it doesn't. What achievement actually gives us is relief, just a temporary break from the pressure.
And you know, relief can't last. By its very nature, it's a temporary state. It only exists because there was stress and pressure before it. So once that feeling fades, the pressure comes right back, and you have to start chasing again.
And this creates this relentless cycle. First, your self-worth gets completely tangled up in making progress. So then, standing still starts to feel really uncomfortable, maybe even dangerous. Which means you've got to chase the next thing. Not for joy, but just for that hit of relief. And then, the whole thing just repeats itself.
So what's really driving this whole thing? We've got to go a layer deeper here and talk about the fear of stopping.
Because what if I told you you're not actually chasing success? It's not about the title or the money or the recognition. It's not about any of that. No, what you're really chasing is something far more fundamental. It's the feeling of being enough. That deep, quiet hope that you'll finally get to a place where you can believe that you, right now, are whole. But there's a quiet terror in that idea, isn't there? Because if you ever actually felt that, if you genuinely believed deep in your bones that you were enough, you might just stop.
And that leads to maybe the most confronting question of all. Who are you if you stop?
Now that's a heavy question, I know. But sitting with it is what allows us to reframe this entire problem. So let's talk about redefining arrival.
Because after all of this, maybe we can see that the problem isn't that you don't have enough. In fact, maybe you've had enough for a very long time. Maybe the real issue is that you were never taught how to recognize it. It's like you were handed a map that only shows you the road ahead, but nobody ever showed you how to appreciate the ground you're standing on. And that's really the idea I want to leave you with. Because until you learn how to do that, no amount of success, no matter how great, will ever feel like you finally arrived. It's not about getting more. It's about learning to see what's already here,